Hi, this is Bino for DevilsDigest.com over here with Gary Chambers after Thursday's practice. And Gary, we talked off camera about having the day off yesterday. Just talk about the pace of bowl practices. Has it been at a good pace, and having a day off yesterday, how much does that help you and the rest of the team?
Yeah, it's definitely been at a good pace. We've been coming out here every day and going to work. We got an obstacle in front of us that, we're practicing and preparing every day to go out there and handle. So, we've been working hard, and that day off was definitely much needed. It was good to get some rest in.
As far as the bowl game, I mean, I know there's a really sense of last year that you don't want to repeat what happened against Texas Tech in San Diego. How do you feel these bowl practices are different than last year, and how they can help you on the 27th against Duke?
Personally, I know for me, I've been spending a lot more time, and all of our receivers have been spending a lot more time in the film room than maybe we had last year. Not that we didn't, but we're just making it a point. And when we're coming out here, we're going full speed, 100% every day. So we did a lot of good on good, which really helps us out. And just the intense kind of focus that we've had has been a lot better.
Talk about 2014 that you had. Sometimes we see a lot of players that do well in the spring and then kind of disappear in fall camp. But for you personally, spring was almost like the springboard, no pun intended, to a really good fall camp, a really good 2014. How do you sum up the year that you had?
I think I had a good year. I've been out here trying to work as hard as I can to help the team, any way possible. And spring, like you said, I had a pretty good spring and a pretty good fall, which I expected to have. So I kind of put a lot of pressure on myself, to do well. So I think when the season came around, I was able to do a lot of good things.
Playing slot wide receiver in ASU's offense really requires maybe even more blocking than it does actual, catching abilities. Can you talk about that aspect that sometimes gets overlooked with wide receivers, and how much have you improved in that, and how much pride do you take in that skill?
Yeah, I take a lot of pride in it, And I've definitely improved over the years. And a lot of people, like you said, think wide receiver or the wide receiver position is about catching the ball, which it is. But to be a complete wide receiver, we have to be able to go out there and block, and we have to be able to go out there and make plays in other ways. And I try to pride myself in doing that.
What kind of skills in specific have you developed, whether it's in the weight room or just studying film to go ahead and be a better blocker from the wide receiver position?
Definitely studying film. I like to, know my opponent a lot better because, everybody, coverages are a lot of times the same, but, every team kind of does something different and has different personnel. So I make sure I get in there and learn what everybody's doing, kind of different things that they do. So that's been key in blocking and, going out there and playing well.
Now, you talk about opponent. Let's talk about Duke. Obviously, a team that you never seen before. But as you're studying them on film, do they remind you of any Pac-12 team that you played earlier this year?
They're a really good team, and they kind of remind me of a Stanford. They're really disciplined. You could tell, and they're really they got athletes that are out there getting around, getting to the ball, and their defense is really solid, and they got a lot of good players out there. So it's going to be a good challenge for us.
I know obviously it's been a very rough November for the team. Is there really a big sense of redemption, not only because of what happened in the bowl game last year, but it's really what happened in the month of November to go ahead and really right the ship and really go ahead and win this bowl game?
Yeah. Definitely. We all feel like we feel like we should have been undefeated, and we feel like we have a lot. We definitely have a lot to play for, but we want to make sure we go out there and kind of show the world exactly how good we are. We didn't fall off or nothing, so we're gonna make sure we keep playing well and go get a win.
And last question for you, has it been kind of gratifying, because let's face it, a lot of people looked at 2014, didn't think that Gary Chambers was going to be that much part of the offense. Maybe you proved a lot of doubt was wrong out there. Do you have a real sense of accomplishment as you sit here right now about what you did this past year?
Yeah, definitely. I have a sense of accomplishment, but I don't settle. And I want to do a lot more, and I want to be able to, like you said, catch as many passes as I can. Score as many touchdowns and block as much as I can for our running backs, and do whatever I can. So definitely, I'm looking for a lot more out of myself. Like I said, I put a lot of pressure on myself to do good. So I'm gonna come with a lot.
Gary, thank you very much. And for Gary Chambers, this is Bino reporting for Devil's Digest.